All right, guys. Hey, how are you doing? It is
Hola.
It's a new week of our podcast, the Aaron and John Show.
We made it. AJ, baby.
All right. So, are you doing great, Aaron?
I'm all right. Yeah. I went to work today. I didn't do much.
Nice.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, you actually work today?
I did. I've got this. This is the last week I work until I have 3 months off. So that starts on Friday.
A mandatory 3 months off?
It's a voluntary leave, but yeah, it's basically they're like, just take as long as you want. Please save us some money.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing.
And then
It's gonna be sweet.
is it paid?
I'm getting unemployment.
Unemployment off of it? Nice.
I'll be making like twice as much money as I do
Hell yeah,
at
bro.
work.
Hell yeah.
It's a ripoff.
But hey, you know what? It's there for a reason.
Oh, of course.
So
I don't want to go to an airport.
no way.
How are
Jose.
you?
I'm doing awesome.
What did you eat today?
What did I eat today?
Yeah, I think that's always an interesting question.
I made pre-made meals for the week, so I have rice in them as well as ground beef because they didn't have any carne asada.
Okay.
When I went to,
You like chicken in your rice, or you just don't fuck with it?
I don't fuck with chicken just because like I try to eliminate as many chances of like any like foodborne stuff,
Bird
anything
flus.
that could cause
You
a
don't want to
sickness.
get burnt, so that's salmonella.
Yeah, because I don't want to get food poisoning and maybe if some weird thing that
That'll
weakens my immune
compromise
system
your immune
enough.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then I have some refried beans. And then I have pico that I just throw into it after I cook it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I had a burrito bowl today as well.
Nice.
I need to make more rice. I'm out now. I only make enough for 4 meals worth, which is kind of.
I do like 10.
Yeah, I need to put
because you're
more.
gonna eat 2 of them at least a day.
I mean, I try to
That's
mix it
5
up,
days.
and I try to mix it up a little bit, but
We're in a
because I get
crisis
tired
right
of it pretty quickly. But recently, I got some.
Put some chips. Use some chips. You can just.
I do the dip. Yeah, it's
You can
perfect.
dip in it.
It's great. I got some like Spanish corn and some black beans that I put in it because I've been putting lentils in it, which is pretty good, but there's not much flavor to lentils. It's just kind of like a protein.
Right.
But yeah, then I got some new like avocado salsa, which is pretty good.
How was the pico that I gave you?
It was good.
You ate all of it?
It was chunky. Yes. It was good. And then I threw that fucking container away because it had a hole in it.
Yeah. Thank you, because there was no need for me to have that container anymore.
Even if it was good, I wouldn't have brought it back. Let's talk about your snacks this week. You have apples to feed the horses. That's pretty cool. You ate all the sugar cubes, you little donkey.
I did.
Look at you go. Nom, 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 nom.
I'm like, yes.
You got some Ritz cheese crackers.
Yes.
You're just living it up, buddy.
Tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips?
And
Oh, that's what those are? I thought
yeah.
those were cookies.
No,
All right.
not right now.
I
Can't
see
have
you.
that
You
stuff
dip
right
that
now.
and you dip those in the peanut butter?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Usually I eat apples with peanut butter.
That's your Hispanic background with your white upbringing.
Yes.
What's good with tortilla chips?
It was funny
Peanut
because
butter.
because I released a podcast by myself this week, and I talked about
Solo.
my solo podcast, which you should probably check out after this one.
You should call it John Solo. Baby.
That's actually way better. I might just change it just because that's way better.
That's pretty cool.
John Solo.
Yeah, you were talking.
God damn it, that's so good.
All right, guys, new show name, John Solo.
John Solo.
Oh boy, we're really going at it tonight.
So I made that. I was doing that episode, and I talked about the fact that I was Hispanic, you know, foreign, and like a bunch of people from West was like, I didn't know you were that when you were growing up, and you didn't know English that well when you're still like in grade school. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, it's not that big a deal. Like, oh my god,
You assimilated pretty quick, I think.
I tried.
Yeah,
Well, I had to.
I never
really had no
noticed
choice.
that you like you had an accent or anything. Of course, I don't
It's
remember
I
that
had to come
much.
home and read books out loud,
Oh,
and that cut it out pretty fast.
I heard a lot of people like the way they learned English was watching like Saved by the Bell on TV in their homeland.
I mean, like, I guess that can work, but yeah, just
I
reading
mean,
out
they
loud
probably
too.
have a lot of words in there
Yeah.
that you can learn. Like totally cool, sweet dude,
radical,
girlfriend,
and just people doing curls.
ripped.
So
Zach.
So I liked your tweet earlier that you made.
Thank you. I thought it was pretty cool.
What's your handle?
at I am Aaron Naylor. Any jab I can take at Jesus Christ.
You take?
I'll take it. I'm trying to. So I'm known. I am. People say I'm the whale joke guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get that shit out of here. I got to talk about Jesus jokes. I got another Jesus joke that I've been doing. It's doing pretty well.
Okay.
So now I think I've been running in my head how to do that tweet live, like as a joke, and I think I could do it. I would just have to remember it.
Nice.
Which is the toughest part.
Nice. Yeah,
Jesus was mentally ill. Yeah. I think that's pretty apparent. He was a nice guy though, from all accounts, but still.
Yeah, it's just
mentally.
Yeah,
ill.
whenever you're like saying that you're the son of something, of a god, of the god, then I don't know. For me, it's a little much. It's a little much. It's the reason why Judaism's pretty much the easiest one to swallow out of all of them.
We're not sure.
Yeah,
we'll give it. We'll wait.
Like we're
not going to put all of our eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
That's pretty premature. I mean, we're barely been around for 2,000 years, 4 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So,
wait it out.
That's what we did in the desert for 4 years.
And then Islam waited quite a while.
Yeah.
For Muhammad.
And then Muhammad.
About 900 years after Jesus, and then they were like, "Well, this has got to be the guy. Gotta be Muhammad." Also mentally ill. I think any kind of Messiah figure, I think, is severely sick.
Yeah,
and probably today for sure. I think we alluded or got to this point at some point in another episode. If you claim to be a Messiah today, you
just get shunned. You're shunned.
Well, you're thrown into a hospital.
Yeah,
probably.
Mental. Yeah, of course.
Because you're talking nonsense.
But yes, but back in the day, it was okay because
it's okay.
Yeah. Did you hear the conspiracy theory? This is a new one I listened to that we once were creatures from Venus, and like the Noah's Ark. Sure. Yeah, the Noah's Ark was actually like the last spaceship that carried.
You've been watching Ancient Aliens, haven't you?
Dude, quarantine does something to me.
I'll tell you what, though.
I had to take breaks from like all the crime and like the awful like stuff of like watching these murder videos I watch.
Oh God, dude!
No, like people of the documentaries of people of killing people.
Yeah,
but it's like everyday people.
Yeah,
it's like.
Yeah, you got.
I had to take breaks.
One of my favorite things to do. Very, very rarely will I do it. Only if I'm like. The last time I did it is probably a year ago. Eat an edible or two. And then watch Ancient Aliens. Because it's just, it's the same recycled shit over and over again. Because they're in like season 12 or something of this stuff. And after season 1, I was like, there's no way they got more shit.
Right. There's no way.
But, man, do they fucking dig and dig and dig and reinterpret, misinterpret everything. It's dope. I love it. I love all that stupid conspiracy shit. It's fun. I don't believe in any of it, but I think it's pretty cool.
But talking about conspiracy theories, I was talking about earlier before we started the podcast.
Sure, yeah.
So how Pence is a lizard man.
Pence is a lizard man, because
that's what I believe. That's what I believe.
And you probably believe this before this, but it only thickened your thoughts on this. Thickened.
More cornstarch.
Pence was it yesterday or today? I think he visited the Mayo Clinic, the coronavirus ring. And they told him, you need to wear a mask. Mm-hmm. And then he just didn't. What? And then he went and talked to a bunch of people with coronavirus. Literally everyone was wearing a mask but him. Why?
Well,
this is why.
Because he's a lizard.
He's a lizard man. He's got cold blood. Mm-hmm. He's not going to get the things that we get.
He's not going to get it.
If a mosquito bites him, it dies.
There's another conspiracy theory I was watching about how Donald Trump is a time traveler.
Oh, how's that?
And he's a time traveler.
Just because?
Yeah, he's a time traveler. So
I love some of these that are just like, I don't know, he just is.
Yeah, it's like, I don't.
Who cares? It's fine. Like, what was it? Like, some of them are just completely harmless. Like
the pigeon one.
The pigeon one is pretty harmless. Like Paul McCartney dying in a car crash and then them just replacing him with a lookalike. Really? Yeah, have you heard that one? I think there's a website that's called Paul's Dead, and it's like it chronicles the whole thing. And there's they try to, because when you're a conspiracy theorist, when you're a conspiracy theorist, you try to find places in between the lines that previously didn't exist, and now because you want them to, they exist. So like they examined like the way that they were walking on the Abbey Road album cover. You know how they're walking across the street. Mm-hmm. Well, Paul's step is not the same way that they all stepped. He stepped with his left foot, or they stepped with their right foot, some shit like that. And they were like, well, that's proof. And then I think this is the
continuity here. Like,
yeah, it's just a fucking picture they took. But there's another one. I think this was all the craze back in the day, especially in the 80s when the Satanic Panic.
Dead. Oh my god,
it's great. The Satanic Panic. So they would play all these metal albums backwards, and then they would say, "Oh, it's the devil saying fucking worship me or I'll kill your parents," or whatever.
666 and all that stuff.
Yeah, which isn't true. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they put it there as a joke because it's funny to piss off Tipper Gore. But I think they did that with one of the Beatles records, and it vaguely sounded like, "Whoa, it's dead." It's beautiful. I
went down a deep hole for like a couple of months of trying to figure out, like, if I were wanting to sell my soul to the devil, how do you do it? And like the whole ritual and the whole stuff. I just was wanting to know, like, how do you do it?
You got to play a fiddle well.
And like then you start learning about like the people who
who
allegedly like sold their soul to the devil, like that black guitar player.
Oh, I remember that.
On the four-way cross, on the four-way road. I think that's what
most of that shit's based off of, isn't it?
Things like that.
The song "Devil Went Down to Georgia," I think is based on that.
Yeah. But it was. I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. It's interesting.
I think it's funny that I saw something that it was like a critique of that song, and there's a part in the song where the devil's like, "I've got to make a quota," which implies that the devil has a boss. Like, who are you?
Or he's his own boss.
Who are you reporting back to? Like, he's just a goal-oriented guy. My favorite conspiracy theory that I feel like I've made up, but I haven't seen it anywhere else. It's probably out there. Is that Marilyn Monroe was a Russian spy, and she did pretty fucking well. She banged both the Kennedy brothers and Joe DiMaggio. That's like three of the most important people in America during that time.
I didn't know this one. Mm-hmm. That she was a...
Yeah, I just made it up.
Okay.
It's a good one, though.
Yeah.
And then they killed her when they figured it out. With drugs that she took a lot of the time. And just happened to mix too many of them in.
And then
probably just a suicide. But also, I think it adds up because she did fuck those three guys and marry one of them. She's married to DiMaggio,
Yeah.
And then she moved on. She went from one of the best baseball players ever to a president.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
And everyone knew, but no one talked about it.
Everybody knew it.
And
Jackie O knew.
It was so funny that the press back then was like, we get it.
Yeah.
We're not going to say anything.
A lot of people didn't know that Kennedy was also like sick.
Yeah.
He was like fucking
super sick. And he had a bad back or something like that, right? And he was taking a bunch of drugs.
Yeah, he had some kind of internal thing wrong with him. I don't think it was like a muscular thing. It was like some system was messed up.
Then
the
government
his
killed
dick
him.
was too big. That's for you, Jack. I also think it's funny that people who are named John. Does anybody call you Jack?
Yeah, I've had people.
Who?
Just old people. It's so stupid. Like
it's like calling me Ron. Well, Ron is half my name, but it's like calling me, I don't know, Alex.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing. It's a completely different name. Why?
Yeah, why would you call John Jack?
They just have the same first letter.
Yeah. Yeah, I never understood that one. Yeah, that one's...
Get better, people, about your dumb shit. Fucking Henry and Hank. Come on. Two different names. Jesus and God, two different people.
And the Holy Spirit that's there.
What a bummer.
Hope your Ramadan is going well. We're in the middle. We're
Ramadan. This is usually I work with some in the past I've worked with several Muslims at the airport, and I still do. But one time, his name was Mo. He's a real nice guy. Him and his wife made us all food, and then I guess like during Ramadan, you're meant to feed your friends who aren't Muslim and go and doing Ramadan.
Yeah.
They just fucking packed it full. It was great.
Nice.
Delicious, amazing.
Yeah, like they're like out of all the religions, they're the most committed.
Pretty nice,
to it. Yeah, and they're really nice people. Mm-hmm. There's just the small little few of them that like to kill everyone,
and then the white people to blow it out of proportion.
Yep, but
Dad.
And what's so crazy though is like when you go over there, like when you go to Israel, like it's all the same. All look the same. All have like their main hub is the Dome of the Rock, which is like Christianity, Muslim, and Judaism all like right there. It's like it's all stupid. It's like we're all the same. We're all not stupid. Like what do you believe? Believe in what you believe.
All the fighting is stupid.
Yeah, the stupid. That's the stupid
the
part.
The fact
like,
that Israel is there at all is pretty fucking stupid. Oh, we want to fulfill the prophecy, so God comes back. What?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? That's insane.
Yeah, this became a country in like 1956 or something.
Like 46. Yeah, after World War II.
46, yeah.
They were like, that was as close to the apocalypse as we're getting. Fucking prophecy. And it was the fucking dude who's from Independence that was president. What the fuck is his name?
Truman.
French.
Yeah.
He blew it. Don't like that guy.
Oh, because he nuked them?
Oh, because he wasn't a very good person.
Oh. Was he not a good person?
No.
Really?
He sucked. There's a good documentary on Netflix. I think it was originally on PBS, but it's Oliver Stone. Yeah, the director. He did a documentary called The History of the United States.
Right.
And a lot of it is about like World War I and II. And about like some of it's about the candidates that were gonna be after Roosevelt.
Okay. Yeah, because he died.
Yeah, and so then they picked Truman over this other guy who was very much like Bernie Sanders from like back in the day though, and because he was like a radical to them, and Truman was kind of a puppet they could fuck with. Yeah, it's a good documentary. You should watch it.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
But yeah.
Check it out. Try it out.
My Ramadan's going all right.
It's going good? Okay, good. Yeah. It's got to be weird to be Muslim at this time. Have to, like, not be able to eat during a pandemic. But I guess you just pray more.
I mean, yeah, they do it pretty well, seemingly.
God bless them.
If it were me, I'd cheat on it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
I've never been good at sticking to any rule.
You still eat fish on Fridays?
Especially for myself. Do I eat fish on Fridays?
Yeah.
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays.
I don't even like fish.
Because fish and Friday.
Fish Friday, baby.
Yeah.
Fish fry FF? Friday.
FF?
F3. Thimbles. Give me them thimbles.
So have you how much bleach have you injected into yourself?
Well, I've actually put it on in my toenail polish and fingernail polish clear. So slowly it will seep in.
Oh yeah, every time you wipe your eye.
And also, it's I don't have to clean my fingers.
That's true. You're very right. You're true.
Because the insides of them are now cleansed.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. That.
And then so Trump said you could inject. He didn't say you could. He said, is there a way we could inject the bleach? Because it does quite a number, and get it. He basically alluded to the idea that it could get into the lungs and get rid of as if that's bleach. You can't control what it does. It's not like an antibody that's genetically programmed to attack something that it doesn't recognize as good in your body. It's bleach.
It is.
It's a cleaner. It's a poison that cleans stuff. That's why you can't get it on your stuff. It's a low grade poison. He's like, well, can we just do that though? Again, I said this the last time. These people don't know about anything that real people know about.
No.
Real normal people. And I already heard about there's somebody injected bleach in them already.
Why wouldn't they not?
Why not?
They're just looking for if you've done it, then you're already thinking about it before Trump said it, and Trump just was like, okay, yeah, I think it's time to do it now. If you actually go ahead and go through with it, you were thinking about it.
Trump he just
he
backed up that thought. Yeah, he's like, well, actually, I have thought about that. The bleach does clean stuff. Why not me?
So I'm assuming a couple gallons in.
Oh, for sure. Okay. The stuff is cheap.
Yeah. It's not that
and
expensive.
It's going to get probably more expensive now that people are it's an high demand.
Or you're going to have to have an ID to buy it.
Yeah.
Something stupid's going to happen now.
Like Tide Pods, and you're eating Tide Pods. Going to come with a sealable. But it would have to be adult proof. You would have to recite all of the Constitution to get it. Nobody can do that. Mm-mm. Not even the numbers. Nobody even knows how many fucking amendments there are.
Mm-mm.
I think there's 25.
I
I don't know. I'll make fun of them too, but I can also be a hypocrite.
So how do you feel about those cities opening up?
It's pretty funny. Atlanta opened up bowling alleys. We all needed those back.
Yep. We
Nail
only
salons.
put our fingers into
In
the holes.
the little holes. Oh shit. We're supposed to open up in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think
Missouri is, yeah.
Kansas City specifically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hilarious. I
Ugh.
saw something on Netflix. They had a little 20-minute documentary about like coronavirus and how that stuff spreads and the history of that, like the coronavirus. Like this isn't the first one, but like back in what was it? Like social distancing, quarantine has been around since the bubonic plague.
Right.
But back when the Spanish flu hit in 1918, there were like American cities got to pick whether they wanted to do that or not, like quarantine. Philadelphia didn't do it, or when St. Louis did it. So Philadelphia had a huge parade. Like this huge fucking parade. Ton of people got the disease. Obviously, it had it killed, 20 million people or whatever, which was a shit ton of people back in the day. It was like 5% of the population. It wasn't 5, but it was something like that of the whole world. And a ton of people died. And then St. Louis, they closed their city like immediately, and the deaths were pretty small. But then after a little bit, they opened it up, and then they had the biggest spike of deaths. And then we're like, oh, that's why we closed it, and then closed it again. Same shit's going to happen. This isn't as deadly as that one was, but it could be if you do stupid shit, like open up your whole state. Like Iowa wasn't even closed. They didn't even close Iowa.
I know.
And they have the highest rate of it of any state. It's crazy. Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Iowa, Montana, Wyoming, North, South Dakota.
I can kind of understand Montana or Wyoming because there's just not much there.
Yeah, that makes
there's
sense.
really not a whole big concentration of people. But also close your fucking state.
Yeah, just do it.
That's less people that's going to be mad at you about it.
Yeah.
Christ, just think of your people.
It's like if everyone's sitting down in the room and you're just the only one standing up. It's
Yeah.
like, just sit down.
What are you doing?
Just sit down.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of odd.
But yeah, we were talking about like in terms of like the stand-up comedy world, and I think like nobody wants to be the first person that like starts their show up again and then somebody gets sick. And then that like they fucking give it to a bunch of people in the crowd or whatever. Also, people aren't gonna want to come out.
Yeah,
probably, hopefully.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, I don't want to go out and do comedy.
No, I don't.
Fuck that. No,
because I was like the person I'm talking to. I'm like, like when everything gets back together, like you're not gonna go on dates out in the world, are you? And she's like, no, like fuck no, like we're gonna still just
give it some time.
But I just want to make sure it's okay to drink after you and things like that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's kind of where we're at.
Just want to be able to hold your hand for 5 seconds. I don't know,
and not have to worry about death.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I think it's a terrible idea, and a lot of people are gonna die.
Yeah, I think so too.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Good luck out there. Stay safe. Yoink.
Amen, brother.
But God, it's awful.
Amen, brother.
What a shitty place. What a dumb country.
Yeah, it's dumb stuff.
Ugh. Yeah, and then Trump was like, yeah, support the cities that are protesting. What?
Yeah.
I get that he doesn't want to piss off his base.
I need haircuts.
Yeah. Nobody's ever needed a haircut that badly.
Do you like that video I sent you about the article about the brother and sister able to get married?
Oh. So I looked at that again today.
Oh.
And I also read this really fucked up thing today about something kind of similar. So there was this couple in New York, I think, in like the 80s or something, and they dude was 20, she was 16. Eventually she gets knocked up. He's like a real piece of shit, kind of abusive to the baby. So they eventually give the baby up for adoption, and the family adopts her in upper New York, wherever. And then eventually the daughter finds the parents again, and then like kind of has a correspondence with them. And then eventually, and she foregoes going to college, and then just goes and lives with them, who now have like 2 of their own kids also. So then that daughter's like 18. She starts banging her fucking dad. Yeah. And then her dad is like, to his other kids, he's like, start calling your sister your stepmom. I was like, what the fuck? Why do you have to? No, gross. So eventually, they move to North Carolina, and they don't disclose that their daughter and father. And then they get married, and her adopted parents went to the fucking wedding, and they were like, "There's nothing we can do but support her." I was like, "Good. There's a lot you could do."
Yeah, you could totally stop.
And
that.
his mom was there. I don't even know if she fucking knew about it. But anyway, what happens is he's like, "Oh, what happened?" I think so. So they had a kid together.
Ugh.
And then he did something because he's like a fucking nut. And also she's not fucking quite there either, but mostly because they share the same genetics.
Makes sense.
But so he goes to his mom's house, who has their kid or something, takes their kid, kills it at his house, goes to, she moved out and moved back into her parents' house, her adopted parents' house. And so her adopted dad and her are driving somewhere in the morning. I think he's like taking her to work or something. And then he follows them and shoots them both and then kills himself. Incest is bad. Don't do it.
Woof.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts, dude. Wild shit.
And that all got spawned from that little article I sent to you.
Well, I
I sent this article about this brother and sister in New Jersey who finally, after 10 years of fighting the court system, to a 5-4 vote, which I'm like, who is the 5 judges that were all like, okay, we're just tired of seeing
5 out of 9 judges say incest is dope.
Yeah.
It's like the 4 out of 5 dentists said shit.
It was just fucking a weird article. So I sent it to Aaron. I was like, thank God this happened.
After 10 years of being together with somebody, it's like a common law marriage anyway. So technically they were married. But
woof.
Yeah.
No?
Gross.
You're not a fan of it?
Love the porn.
Love the porn, but not the actual thing, not the real life thing.
No, I don't like any porn.
You don't like any porn?
Nope.
Because you respect women and you honor their
I respect
company.
women who do sex work.
Oh yeah.
Also.
Good for them. God bless them.
Whoever wants to.
Mm-hmm.
Can bless them. I'll bless them.
I'll bless them. Yeah, we'll just for you guys. So I think this would be a good time to take a break, and then we'll come back in a couple seconds.
Get more bubbly.
All right.
I don't actually need more bubbly. I'm good.
All right, and I think we're back now.
I think.
So, yeah, Aaron.
I hope. I was thinking during that break.
Yes, what were you thinking?
There is a distinct difference between doggy porn and dog porn.
Elaborate.
Am I right? Well, one is a sex position, the other is fucking an animal.
Yeah.
But I guess technically if you're fucking a dog, it's probably still in doggy.
Yeah. Hell CBD, by the way.
Never mind, there's no difference.
Same thing.
Cool, bud, dude. Chill.
What,
Chili brings diarrhea. CBD.
So what have you been doing during this? Are you still playing your Switch?
I've been playing the Switch a little bit. The other day, my buddy Jake, Jake Redpath, he and I went to the park and we played some football. I've been tossing the old pigskin around. Still got it.
You hurt your neck again?
No. Today was the first day that it really didn't hurt really at all, which was good. I was just fucking tossing bombs. 55 yards? Come on. I'm almost 30. I'm almost 30.
30. Almost.
Fucking Flacco couldn't do that. Joe.
He couldn't even pass a damn physical.
Yeah. That's right, he couldn't.
Nope.
The NFL draft was last week. That's pretty funny.
Were you excited for it? Did you watch it?
I'm always interested in the
attention to
draft. I'm always interested in the draft, even though I don't pay much. I don't know anyone really besides the quarterbacks. But yeah, I think it's. I'm always interested in prospects of any kind.
Okay.
Really, mostly baseball, but it's not going on.
Right.
So,
how do you feel? Isn't this a good thing? It's so funny that like this happened, and the Astros will never have to face.
I know.
Any sort of
repercussions.
Repercussion of what happened.
Yeah, I mean, chances are the season's not going to happen.
You don't think? Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, they're already.
What is it going to be in the record books?
It's not
It'll
quite
be
a
like
month.
all these stats, then like Corona.
Yeah.
And this moves
well, the same shit happened in '94 when there was a strike. Like I think they only played 110 games or something. And '81, I think it happened too. Like this kind of stuff happens, but there's never been I don't think there's been an entire season canceled.
Right.
If they're lucky, they'll play 70 games.
There's
which is gonna suck.
There was what would be funny if like the Royals was just on a hot streak and they
won. It's like a 50 game season. They go like 30-20. Like pretty good.
It was funny because like for softball, like women's college softball, they voted on the championship. Like UCLA.
Oh, really?
UCLA won it just on the vote.
Wow.
Because all the other schools that were in the tournament vote to see who
was UCLA. Like obviously the best team.
I guess. Yeah.
I wonder why they didn't do that for the NCAA basketball stuff.
I don't know.
Why did they get to do it for the softball and not baseball? All right.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I know.
That's very democratic. That's pretty neat.
It's women. Like, it's a lot easier. Things get solved a lot quicker than a bunch of men.
They even had a solution. They were like, let's just get this on the table at first before we vote.
Yeah.
Who do you want to win? Oh, they're clearly better. All right.
That's
cool. This was much easier than I thought it would be.
That was it.
This is the most convenient thing the NCAA's ever done. That's pretty neat. Good for them. No, there's everything that I love is dead. But I haven't noticed that much. So I'm not, I still check on baseball news every day, and like I still think about like the comedy shows I'm going to run and where I want to go to do shows, but it hasn't, like, in the back of my mind, I'm always like, well, it's going to end soon. And soon is like whenever it wants to be.
Yeah. So I'll just wait till then.
Yeah.
So
I'm patient. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously shit I really want to do, but
can't really do
whatever.
It. No one can
yeah.
really do
I would always rather do nothing if given the opportunity. You know what I mean? There's obvious, exceptions to that.
Yeah.
But if comedy and like watching baseball, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll live.
I'll wait.
I can still do stuff.
Right.
Not a lot, but not a lot. Not a ton has changed for me, other than the obvious. Like I'll be off for 3 months, and I've got to wear a mask, and I don't go out most nights.
Right.
That's fine. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this could be worse.
I'm not gonna bitch about not getting my hair cut. Like every fucking
you gonna braid it?
45-year-old Trump supporter for some reason. I need to get my hair cut. You're bald.
Yeah, like what do you care?
What do you wear a fucking trucker hat? You don't need a haircut.
Yeah.
Come on, have your wife buzz it.
I haven't had a haircut in 2 years.
Really?
It's been like 2 years.
Wow.
The person I'm talking to, she saw it because we went for a walk, and she
it's
saw
true form.
She's like, "We're gonna change all that."
You look like a vampire.
I look like a fucking caveman.
It's rough. Yeah.
It's rough. It is real rough, and I know that. But I like it. It's funny as hell. Like I feel like one day when I look back, if I have kids, and I'm like, wow, like I can't grow a beard, so I have this.
It's true.
I have this ridiculous hair to grow out, and that's like the equivalent to it.
I'd rather be able to grow my hair out like I used to, instead of have shitty facial hair.
Yeah. So it's all good.
I am growing. I guess by default I'm growing this out, and it's nice to kind of see what it'll do. I don't think I've grown it out this much. Well, in at least a handful of years.
Right. Nice. So
it's probably pretty thin and balding, like up at the top or some shit. But whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yay.
I have thought about buzzing it all off, but I also will have an identity crisis if I do that.
Yeah.
Because this is
what you have.
This is what I am.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Curly-headed kid.
So you were up in Weston. How's Weston going on?
It's
right
fine.
Everyone's chill.
I was helping my dad
A lot
clean
of Trump
out
stuff.
No, not really. I mean, not. Weston seems pretty liberal as far as I know. I mean, most people kind of keep to themselves, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I was helping my dad clean out his gun room, which is really just a room that he has a desk. He has guns in there from like a long time ago.
Okay.
He used to collect guns.
Okay.
I've never seen him shoot a gun, but he used to collect guns.
Very
weird. Yeah, real weird. It's like Hot Wheel collectors. Like they have a fucking NASCAR Hot Wheel. They're never gonna drive a NASCAR car. Okay. But yeah, I was helping him clean shit out, and there was a bunch of old shit that he had. He found a shirt. My dad notoriously hates the Clintons for whatever fucking reason. Who knows? He also believes climate change isn't real and dinosaurs were put here by the devil. Probably. I don't know. Anyway, he had a shirt that said, what was it? Stop the Clintons. And then it had a sickle, or it had the sickle and a hammer from Russia, from the USSR on it.
Serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I think it's so funny that like the mere mention of like any sort of socialism to a conservative person, communist.
Naturally communist.
But they'll take the stimulus check like that.
Yeah.
That's socialism. That's exactly what socialism is. Where's my money? It's the government's money that we are giving to you out of kindness.
Yeah.
Even though it's not shit. Fuck you, government. Give me more fucking money. But yeah, he had a shirt that said like "Stop the Clintons" and it had like if he turned it over, there probably would have been like a Stalin picture of Bill.
Damn.
Like in the style of Bill.
Wow.
I guarantee it. I don't know why.
I don't understand. Yeah, Republicans really hated Bill Clinton.
Because he was after the Reagan. I mean, Bush was basically Reagan, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a pussy. And Reagan wasn't a pussy. He sucked shit. And he was a huge, awful person. But he ain't no pussy.
And he was an actor.
Which is also pretty fucking stupid.
Which
it's not.
I never understood. Like,
he wasn't a very good actor.
Like, why would you ever hire an actor to be?
Why would you hire a reality? Why would you vote for a reality TV show star? In Reagan's defense, though, he was a politician. He was the governor of California first, so he had that at least. Which whatever, just California.
It's California.
Arnold Schwarzenegger can do it.
Mm-hmm. It's a republic. It's his own thing. It's a country.
Yeah,
Dicks.
exactly. It's Austria too.
But what else? Okay, so was there anything else?
He found what was it? It was something, and then he was like, "Oh, this is my this is papers from an old buddy of mine in Lawrence. He was in the Army. He was a part of the group that wanted to do to Obama what they did to Kennedy." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking?" Like in my head, because my dad says some dumb shit sometimes, and I just like think about it for years and then don't ever say anything because he's a nice person, but he has dumb, bad ideas and shitty friends probably. And yeah, I was like, "What?" And he, man,
to Obama what they did to Kennedy.
To fucking assassinate him. What?
Why? Did you read them?
No.
Oh, why didn't you read them?
I don't think that's what it was.
Okay.
I think he's just talking like he was like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't want to. There's so much that I don't want to delve into what my dad believes and thinks, and
please,
because it doesn't fucking matter. Because he's a nobody.
But it's funny though.
In the grand scheme of things,
right.
He's a airline worker. He's a good grandpa. He's a good dad. But god damn it, does he think some stupid shit is real? And but he doesn't like push it on anybody else. He never did it push it on us, as far as I know or remember. And I hope he's not pushing it on my nephew. The only thing he's ever taught my nephew is about farming. Harmless. And like what kind of every fucking car is. Like he knows every fucking car. Every car.
Really?
It's insane. I didn't know shit about cars until I was in my 20s because I had to have one.
Yeah. My
nephew is 6. And he can say, like, that's a Pontiac. Like, that was discontinued 10 years before you were born.
Yeah.
You're a freak.
You little buddy.
But yeah, my dad's insane.
Insane.
He's insane.
My dad's never once told me any one of his thoughts, and I've appreciated that.
Yeah, my dad was kind of there for a while, then he just kind of started trickling some shit out.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't really want to know about this.
He's the most stoic person I've ever met, and I enjoyed the shit of it.
Yeah.
We never talk about anything.
The good thing about like emotional suppression in the Midwest for especially like men born in the 40s or 50s,
right,
is that they'll also suppress their beliefs.
Yes.
And they won't push it on anybody.
And I love that.
They always feel like they're burdening people. Which, if my dad tells me one more time that Trump is a godsend, then I'm going to feel pretty burdened by him.
He's a godsend.
He was this is the other thing he said. He after the Obama thing, he was like, but then they appointed Trump. They got Trump in there, thank God. I was like, what do you mean appointed? Like they picked him out and all this shit. Like, what do you know? What do you know?
I wonder what your dad would think, like, to know that you do a podcast with someone that Trump wants to get rid of.
He probably would like you.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he's like.
I don't think he's.
You know what I mean? I think he's just fucking. He's a blank canvas of, and every echo chamber that he's in echoes out the same garbage. It's like us and like the liberal media stuff when they say the same shit about us,
right?
Because we just they think we watch CNN. I don't watch CNN.
Not once.
I don't watch any news. I get my news from Twitter. What a nightmare place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they say the same shit about us that we say about them. So I don't know, man. It bothers me a little bit, but
I just wish we could all just have hugs. I wish we could all just hug each other.
That's what I miss.
I miss human contact. It'd
hugs.
Be nice.
Just hugs.
I would love to just grab a black girl's big butt, like just think, thank you.
I just want a hug.
Without getting slapped, or just be like, hey, it's Corona. Like, you can't do that. It's Corona time right now.
Good Lord.
I don't do it.
The woman you're dating?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do it to her. It's okay with her.
I just want a hug.
So what something's weird to me is like I go to Walmart to get my food, my weekly groceries.
Is that the only place you go?
Yeah, I just do. I try to get in and out just one spot, so I don't have to do a lot. I don't want to be traveling a lot of different places.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing people holding hands and like having their arms wrapped around other people,
tongue kissing in the aisles.
It's like so odd, so weird.
People are stupid.
Yeah, I saw some people blow up like Patrick from SpongeBob outfits.
Really?
Two of them.
Like
I saw
a big bodysuit of it. I've seen pictures of people walking around those T-Rex suits, like just to be safe. Like they went to the bank or something. Yeah, the stupid people are more empowered now than they've ever been because they're presidents in the White House. So they feel like they can go do this shit. And
it's time to act out.
Yeah, it's time to not care about anybody but themselves.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Fine. Whatever. Kill your kids because you got sick at a rally at the state capitol for some reason.
That was so dumb.
Because you want to go bowling.
Everything about that was so dumb. It was so stupid.
I watched a video of one that was in Sacramento, and it was it was pretty great because they just let anybody talk who wanted to talk, and this lady, she went up and she was like, I just want to thank everybody here. This is a great thing that we're doing, blah, blah, blah. I got to go, though. My kids are, my girls are sick from all the 5G stuff. They're in the car. Everybody in the comment section was like, she just left her sick children in the car for hours? They're dead. She was just, from all the 5G stuff, too, is so funny.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's 5G stuff. I took my 5G off my phone. I don't know about you. Like I am not fucking with it. I didn't even upgrade.
I wear a mask.
No.
I take my 5G off. I wash my hands. I do all that stuff.
There was another one that some guy was like, he was yelling at people to cough on him, and then he was like, I don't fucking wash my hands. I've never washed my hands. Gross. Not even when you shit.
Yeah, there's times where you need to wash your hands just to wash your hands.
God. That brings me to another thing. I've seen this before that some dudes won't wipe their butt well or wash their wiener because they think both are gay.
Yeah.
You seen a lot of that?
Yep, I've seen a lot of that.
It's your body.
Not gay.
You jerk off.
Yeah. Do you think that's gay? If you think that's gay, then I guess I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you because that's pretty far from being gay.
It.
Yeah. Like washing
my hand is straight,
washing
but
your
my dick
asshole
is gay.
Does not make you gay. That makes you clean. Makes you clean.
Yeah. Come on. Christ.
I feel like it doesn't make you gay.
I sincerely hope
but
it doesn't make you gay.
Yeah.
Or just wash your butt.
Wash your butt.
I sincerely hope that there aren't people that watch this show who don't wash their butt. But if you're out there, truckers in North Dakota.
A lot in South Dakota, too. I live there, so I can say that.
That's true. Wash your butt. Sioux Falls, represent.
Wash your butt. Kansas City, wash your butt.
Wash your butt. Kansas City, wash your nut.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Wash your mutt. That dog's dirty. That's a good name for it.
So anything else you found funny this week, or you saw that was funny, or
is there anything I wrote down on there? I don't even know. We're breaking the fourth wall.
The city. We talked about the city. We've talked about everything.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
we're all gonna fucking die. What a good time to die, though. Before it gets worse.
Way worser. Way worser.
Way worser.
Way worser.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's This episode was sponsored by Bubbly. Mm-hmm. I drank alcohol last night.
How much?
Didn't get too drunk. The other day I got a 6-pack of PBRs, and I just drank 3 of them that night because I had taken a muscle relaxer because my neck was hurting.
Yeah. So
I had muscle relaxers from a previous injury like a year ago, and that thing fucking knocked me the fuck out. I was out by like 11 o'clock.
Wow.
And I made sure it was like safe to drink alcohol, but it sucked. Like the alcohol just made me more drowsy and tired, which was what it said it would do. I was like, I don't care, I gotta drink. Yeah. So I only drank 3 of those. So then I went to a Quick Trip. Shout out to Quick Trip for being open and around, and got some.
You're a good place.
You're a good place. Got those wheat tall boys from Boulevard. Mm-hmm. So I drank 5 beers. Nice. I felt all right. I wasn't drunk. I felt pretty good. That's kind of what my destination.
Dick pics?
No.
Okay.
No. That's my destination, though. That's my what I want to do is not get drunk. Feel good, but not be drunk. Not wake up feeling like I'm.
I usually I stick to 2 beers.
Yeah.
Like I'll drink 2 beers
safe.
a day, yeah, and then I'm pretty good. Mm-hmm. It usually gets me where I need to be.
Pretty good for a little bit, then you go to sleep.
Then I go to sleep, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's already wearing off by the time I go to sleep,
yeah.
So it's like no big deal.
Yeah, make sure to drink a lot of water, and then take some Advil just in case. I usually don't need the Advil that much,
I usually
but it
use
definitely
Advil
helps.
with peanut butter on it.
Yeah. Is that what you do?
Yeah, works for me.
I usually eat the chips and salsa when I'm pretty drunk.
That works too.
Or just drunk, I eat them sober too. I'm also out of chips and salsa. So if anybody has some chips and salsa, throw it through the camera to me.
I'll make a mental note when I make my weekly pico.
Okay. Yeah, I put it on my burrito bowls. That's what I was doing with it. It was pretty good.
I used that Italian cilantro instead of normal cilantro, which I didn't know there was such thing.
I don't really like cilantro that much.
Really?
So Italian's probably better.
Mamma mia.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more like that.
I saw the back in World War II, I saw the picture of them after they hung Mussolini and his mistress. You seen that one?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a big old piece of shit.
So he hung
the original fascist, his mistress. His wife stayed alive until like the mid 80s or the late 70s, mid 80s.
Oh. And
his grandkids are in parliament in Italy, and they think their heritage is pretty good. Like anytime somebody talks shit on Mussolini, they're like, he was a good guy.
He
wanted to restore Italy to what Rome was. Like Rome kind of sucked at the end.
Yeah.
They all died from lead poisoning because they fucked up, and they all sucked anyway. Like shit was falling apart. It was all in like Constantinople or whatever.
Yeah, can you not tell? Look at the Colosseum.
Look at the Colosseum.
It's like
ruined.
It's half falling apart.
Can you imagine if like the Sprint Center looked like that?
Yeah,
if like God took a bite out of the Sprint Center? Imagine.
It's like
Garth Brooks would still show up. Tim McGraw. Is that somebody?
Tim McGraw.
Okay. Keith Durbin.
So I wanted to start to promote our podcast. I want to start making deep fake videos with our faces, like doing scenes in movies and stuff.
Deep fakes are eerie.
Yeah,
they're
I thought
amazing.
It'd be fun. I thought it'd also be a fun thing for me to work with.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to do deep fakes, I think you should. I think that's a pretty interesting.
I just want to make sure I got your.
You've got
consent.
plenty of time to figure it
I want
out.
to make sure I got your consent on it.
Deep fakes are scary. I've seen some adult videos where they've put like actresses of age onto a porn actress's body, and you really can't tell.
Yeah,
I mean you could tell,
but it's
because it's in the title. But it's like, holy fucking God, that's crazy.
I know, right?
I don't want to watch it. It's creepy.
Maybe I should make a deep fake porno
of me,
you and me.
This is a dream of yours that you've had for years.
Yes.
Now the technology's here.
I could finally do it. But no, I really did think about making some deep
Go
fake
for it.
videos.
I have no problem with it. I think it's
Okay.
pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, if you want to use my likeness for anything,
okay,
that won't lose my manager.
And then I thought we could I want to make like these little like promo videos of like, you know how you take clippings of like being the news, like, you know, 10 years ago, these two people like met and like has us
like an intro for us.
Yeah, then it has like, you know, clips from like other like really popular podcasts talking about, yeah, they're great people, like you know, one of them helped me like one time with depression, and, like, things like that, and just like kind of in between
one
that
time with depression, but not the other times.
And then it's then at the very end of it, it's like, you know, watch our podcast.
Yeah, I'm down to clown.
Okay,
I'll do anything. I don't care.
Then I want to make a documentary about us. Like we'll talk about like how people poop.
Yeah,
we'll interview a bunch of comedians and like we'll ask them like how they poop,
why they poop, how they poop,
and like and weird like stories of when they poop.
Okay. One of the most memorable Super Bowls parties that I went to, or I think it was at my house actually. I had really bad constipation. And then the next day I gave birth to a child in my parents' toilet.
Have you ever not been able to flush after taking a dump?
I've never be able to, like physically.
No.
Like you fell, you passed out.
Yeah.
Like I've lost feeling. I can't. You like flush it with your nose or something.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've not. Okay. Oh, like it because it was too much.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I fucked up a lot of toilets.
I've never.
There's a lot coming out of me, buddy. Yeah, I've not ruined, but I've had to plunge. I've learned how to plunge well.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I eat healthier now. This is mostly when I was a child.
Okay.
And a kid, like eating a bunch of fucking foot-long meatball subs.
I'll do it.
Soups.
I'll do it.
Chunky soups.
Chunky soup.
Just eating garbage. Those. I'm surprised more kids don't have heart attacks. That's exactly what they look. Yeah, that's what they sound like, look like, smell like.
Taste like?
You smell like nacho cheese.
Yum, yum, yum.
Dipped in ketchup. It's probably what I smelled like most of the time when I was a kid.
Nacho cheese dipped in ketchup.
I guarantee it. That was disgusting, man. I sucked. I'm still pretty gross, but eating better.
Good.
Eat a little bit better.
You're eating that pico that I gave you.
I got pico. I do have I think I've told you about the green beans and carrots that I make with all the salsas. I've got some of that in the fridge. I've been forgetting to eat. Gonna do that. Yeah, I'm all right. I did eat 2 hot dogs today. It's not good.
Oh, yeah, that could be worse.
You gotta give yourself some treats.
I had some beef hot dogs a couple days ago, which was the worst decision I've ever did. But you know, hey, we all live and learn.
And I know not because the Quick Trip dogs that they're making now, they got to wrap in a foil thing and then just put out. So they're kind of like sogged up, like they're kind of wet.
I think,
but they've been sitting there a little bit.
But the bun would be pretty tasty.
It's awfully steamed, but I don't like a wet bun.
Really?
And the second one I ate, the first one was great. The second one I ate,
wet bun.
It was pretty sogged, yeah. And I had to like, it slipped out, and I kept trying to catch it, and it looked like I was jerking off. You know, It was a cartoon. Ketchup everywhere. Mayo ketchup everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You put mayo on it?
No, but it does. They have that mayo ketchup sauce because they were out of ketchup at one point, and I tried that. It's not bad.
Okay.
I don't usually put mayo on anything, but it's mixed with ketchup. I'm not a purist like I thought I was.
So we have about a minute left. So you want to do your plugs? And then
Oh, sure. Yes, I would. I'm actually doing some shows soon on the internet.
On the Zooms?
I think one of them is on Skype.
Are you making some scenes on YouTube?
Scenes on YouTube?
On Pornhub?
PornTube? I think they're all on Instagram and Skype, and Facebook. So just look out for the shit that I'll be doing. Twitter, I am Aaron Naylor. Instagram, I am Aaron Naylor. My Venmo, for some reason, does not work. So
why?
I don't know. Venmo's the app has been fucking up on me lately. So I re-downloaded it and it keeps fucking up.
At least you didn't get kicked off of Hinge and Bumble.
Not yet.
I have.
I'm not gonna get kicked off of anything.
You can follow me at John D. Clouser. That's my Twitter and my Instagram.
John D. Clouser.
Comment, and subscribe on this video. Thank you guys thank you so much for watching.
Goodbye.
And
love you.
We will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Perfect.
Bye.
Sayonara.